Well, before the extreme cold hit the Northland this last weekend, some may have seen reports of the risk of exploding trees for all of Minnesota and other parts of the Midwest spreading around social media. For this week's Northwoods Experience, our reporter Matthew Freeman spoke with the Minnesota DNR to learn more about what causes the so-called exploding trees.
The season's most extreme winter storm so far happened over the weekend and brought dangerously cold temperatures from the mid-south of the United States all the way to the East Coast. In the Lakeland viewing area, wind chills were as low as minus 50 degrees. Due to the massive temperature drops, some reports began circling over social media that all of Minnesota and some surrounding areas were in an exploding tree risk zone. It may sound made up, but here's the proof.
Just due to the rapid expansion of the wood when the sap and water freezes, and you can have an audible noise, so it sounds like a pop or a gunshot.
While an exploding tree sounds exciting, that's not exactly what's happening.
I kind of think this started just by changing the word cracking to exploding. But the trees aren't exploding. You know, if you take a walk through the woods, you're going to be safe.
Those frost crackings don't just happen in the winter season either.
They commonly occur in the spring too, when trees start to warm up and then the temperature dips back down at night. That can also result in that rapid temperature drop and then that contraction and expansion of the wood, the xylem and phloem, that results in that crack.
Otto, however, believes that the trees in Minnesota have adapted to the extreme cold temperatures by now, and those who want to go out into the forest shouldn't feel unsafe because of the potential of exploding trees.
Maybe some of the non-native trees that, aren't adapted to this cold climate could also be more prone to frost cracks. But for the most part, if you take a walk through the woods, you're going to be safe and not exposed to any, shrapnel from exploding trees.
Reporting in Bemidji for this week's Northwoods Experience, I'm Matthew Freeman, Lakeland News.
And Otto added that frost crackings usually happen on more mature trees, so any new trees that are planted to replace those that were lost during the June 21st storm should have plenty of time to adapt to Minnesota's winter season.
Northwoods Experience is sponsored in part by LVI Supply, providing the Bemidji area with industrial products and equipment sales and service. More info at 218-444-3930 or lvisupply.com. Lakeland News is a nonprofit news organization. Donate to Lakeland PBS today to support your local news team.